transport.com, and today we're going to install GB Racing cover protectors on our 2015 Yamaha YZF-R1 STG project bike. We did this last year on the FC09. GB Racing makes an excellent product. These things fit phenomenal. They do a good job protecting the engine covers on the bike, and these are FIM approved, right? They're used big in racing overseas. It's been a very successful product line for us. Essentially what we have here is kind of a long fiber construction, okay? So it's kind of a composite, right? You have aluminum inserts at all the bolting points, and it goes over top the stock cover to help protect it from impact and abrasion. Remember, with any of these bikes, you've got these case covers all sticking out. You drop this thing in a parking lot, you can damage the cover, end up with an oil leak. Okay, so for a street rider, that's a great reason to use a cover protector. Tiny little tip over can result in a tow home that's expensive and no fun. Having the overcover can help prevent that. Obviously, if you're on track, crashing happens, right? Anything you can do to preserve these expensive OEM parts and prevent internal engine damage by actually rupturing one of the covers, getting dirt in the motor, is a good call. So GB Racing has a great solution for that. We're going to start with our pulse cover. I like how they do this. They actually use the product tag to print the instructions on the back side. It's going to tell you which bolts to replace. You get 2 pictures. It's going to tell you which length fastener to use. In this case, these are all 35mm M6 fasteners. It also gives you the torque if you want to use a torque wrench, which is going to be 10 Newton meters. You have to go to Google and go ahead and convert that. The R1 uses a 12-point fastener. I actually had to go to the store and purchase a 10mm 12-point socket so that I could do this job this morning and shoot the video. Because everything I have at this point is 6-point. Here are our fasteners. These all use an 8mm head. You look at the diagram, it's going to tell you which 4 to pull, right? We're here and here. You can also kind of go like this, going to give you a really good idea of which ones need to come out. I'll say it again, always keep your stock fasteners. Never throw away any of the OEM bolts you pull out of your motorcycle. A couple of great reasons for that. One is you never know what the future may hold. You might need to put these bad boys back in if you're ever taking this cover off and moving in a different direction. 2, once you're all done with the project and maybe the motorcycle has left you, these are high quality fasteners you may be able to use on another project. Pull those out with a T-handle. You're not really disturbing the gasket. So personally, I've never had an issue, never had a leak after the fact. We are going to strongly recommend that you run your motorcycle after the install is completed, just to verify that you haven't created any issues. You don't want to find that out when you're on track or on the road. You have a fluid leak, fluid gets on the tire, and that spells trouble. We all know that. I'm going to seat each one of these very lightly. We'll kind of use a crisscross pattern to torque. I'm not going to use a torque wrench. We're just going to go by feel here using this Motion Pro spinner T-handle. Start them all off nice and even. You can see this is a pretty simple project. I like to go around a couple times just to make sure I've got them all nice and even. And they'll be ready to move on to the clutch cover. This is very sensitive because the actuator for the clutch, it's really hanging out there, right? Once we get some rear sets on this, we'll kind of create, you know, some points here that will manage impact to protect this even further, okay? But you definitely need to have something over that, in my opinion. Again, our instructions are here on the back side. Got 45 mil fasteners, 50, so we got two 45s and two 50s. They're still all M6s. Shows you which of the 4 bolts to pull out. So once again, pretty simple install here. These covers are available in a full set or individual covers. You know, realistically, the individual stuff, I think you would only do that if you were replacing something you previously installed. Maybe you crash damaged it. You just want to get the motorcycle back to where it was pre-crash. Otherwise, I really recommend buying them in a full set. You save a few bucks when you do it that way. There's the insert. An idea of what this over cover looks like. Get this on here. You can clearly see we're going to go here. Go here with the bolts. Get back to our 12.10. Okay. Take a look at the fasteners we've got here. The 50s are going to go on the left, rear side, and the 45s to the front. Get those divided up. Switch our socket here. Same process, just very lightly seated. Okay, there's our clutch cover protector and our pulse cover protector, both installed. And we'll be ready to go to the other side of the motorcycle and put on that stator cover protector. Okay, here we go with the other side of the motorcycle. Now we got it turned around. We're going to do our stator cover protector. Easy project, simple hand tools. The biggest hurdle for most on this one is going to be you need that 10mm 12-point socket for the R1 install. Once again, on the back of the hang tag, we have all the instructions, okay? We got 35mm bolts all the way around, so there's no different lengths to deal with. It shows you which bolts that we're gonna be servicing right here. And we're gonna be a little tight here on the fairing. So I did bring over a Allen. You got these cool quarter turn quick release fasteners here. I don't think we're going to need to pull the fairing. What I like to do typically is just I'll loosen it up. And I find that if you distort it enough that you're able to get in there and deal with it like so. Looks like we got this one and this one. Okay. This bad boy opened up. It's another big advantage of using a cover protector is, you know, you don't have to pull the motor apart. And these have proven to be super effective. Okay. Get our fasteners in there. After I get this bike, you know, prepped all the way for the track, which will happen over the course of the next year, I will actually change a lot of the fasteners on this bike to ones that use that 8mm head. I find that is the easiest to get, you know, if you get most of the motorcycle using the same fastener, just makes servicing it that much simpler. Same deal, we'll run them down super light. And then we'll go ahead and put some torque to them. There you have it. That's it. This project is done, with the exception that I want to run the bike right before I get on this thing and ride it. I'm going to run it and make sure I have not created any leaks with this project. I don't want to find out when I'm out on the road that I've got an issue, because it could create a fall if that's all over the rear tire. There you go. This is our GB Racing cover protector set install on our 2015 Yamaha YZF-R1 STG project.